I have come to the conclusion that I am a sore loser. Now let me try and explain that. Hi guys, this is Connie. And somebody's down here waking up. Hi. So things haven't gone at all as I expect them to. And you would think at this point in my life, when things have almost never gone the way I anticipate them to, that I would be used to it, that I would adapt to it, that I just learned to go with the flow. Is that you? You see yourself? There you are. And instead, I've reverted back to being like her. I like to throw temper tantrums. I like to cry for no good reason. Other than that, I'm just feeling sorry for myself. And just some things seem so ridiculous, and it's easy to see that in other people and call it out, rather than see it in myself and call it out. Because who wants to do that? That means accountability. That means actually having responsibility and attempting to change yourself, because you can't really change other people. You could attempt to manipulate people for a short amount of time, but it only lasts. It's minuscule in comparison to, I guess, long-lasting change. Unless somebody finally surrenders and says, you know what, this is the way it's going to be, and I'm okay with it. Which in many cases I am. I hate being on a different page with other people when we're all trying to theoretically, metaphorically, read the same book, be active in the same page of life at the same time. I would assume it's kind of like a script. And I thought we were on the same page. I thought we were going through the same act. I thought we were doing this together. Ooh, it's gonna smell citrusy on the floor now. Which is fine, because it smells really good. And, turns out there are like oh, do you see that? Do you see that little tooth? Could you see that little twofer? Could you see that little twofer? Somebody is teething hard. Hi. No? No. I just a feeling came upon you like a tidal wave. Do you want this? So, unbeknownst to myself, even with my... What's the matter? Are you gonna put that in your mouth? This is the part where you usually put things in your mouth after holding onto them with your hands. Is that what's happening? So, unbeknownst to myself, there's a whole nother subplot, an internal monologue, so to say, that unless you clue me into, I'm gonna have no idea what your issue is. And this isn't even for anybody specific. This is just people in general. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I wish I could have this entire inner monologue and this entire conversation with myself before I say something stupid, before I act on an impulse, before my knee-jerk reaction kicks in. Because my knee-jerk reaction typically is not the best reaction. How's that taste? That tasty? So, and it burns me. In general, I have to get really ticked off before I want to like organize something or clean something up and be productive, because somehow that is my way of taking control of situations. Is it feels like everything's out of control, and then I get angry about it, and then I suddenly find the energy burst to not sleep. I'm not tired right now, but I should be in bed, because you should sleep when this child sleeps, and I typically can't. Although naps sound glorious. But in being upset and being awake, I've now suddenly got like a handful of tasks done that I have not been able to accomplish all day with her, because during the day with her, when the sun comes up, I'm a tired mama bear. And with the winter, I just want to hibernate. I want to hibernate so bad. But bodies don't do that. Really? Really? The things that entertain you amaze me. So. Living, learning, moving on. Things don't typically go the way we want them to. And that's okay. Because even if I can't change my circumstance, I could change my attitude about the circumstance. You want this? I hope that has the right texture you need for your teething exploits. We live and learn and we grow. And we're not the same as we were before. Hopefully, we're more improved. We're better. And if not, we'll just keep going back around in that merry-go-round until we learn. Whoop! I got it. That's the first thing that hasn't been formula that I've let you have in like 2 days. And sometimes when I get exhausted like this, I just think to myself, I wanted to do this 4 to 6 times at one point in my life. I was so blissfully ignorant to the challenge that it truly would be to raise a family. Everything seems so romanticized when you're not in that season of life just yet. And I don't say like I am incredibly happy with my life. There's only a few things I would change about it, and most of those have nothing to do with the life choices that I have made as far as the people I've allowed into my life. I think it's more along the lines of the food I have eaten. It truly does get better. And that's why I make video diaries. So, that's fun. Be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. This might be my dot for the day, but the day hasn't really even begun yet. It's only... What does that clock say on the wall? That says 6:29. I've been awake for almost 2 to 3 hours.